All right, we now turn our attention to the latest political crisis in Bangladesh, a nation plunged into uncertainty and unrest since August this year. As per reports, Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh's former Prime Minister, sent a congratulatory message to the US President-elect Donald Trump. This was from the Awami League, calling him a leader of extraordinary qualities and expressing hope for stronger ties between the United States and Bangladesh. But this is where it gets interesting. In the letter, which was signed by the office secretary of the Awami League and posted on the party's verified social media handles, Hasina was identified as quote-unquote the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. The message highlighted her past interactions with Trump and her commitment to advancing mutual interests between the two nations. This situation raises a critical constitutional question. You see, Hasina never formally resigned. She was forced to flee the country. And as per reports, the Bangladesh constitution does not grant the current interim administration that's led by Muhammad Yunus full executive authority. The political vacuum following Hasina's forced departure, it's only led to escalating tensions on the streets of Dhaka, where protests are reportedly now targeting Yunus himself. Just to remind our viewers, in August, Hasina was forced to flee the country amid massive protests over a policy reserving 30% of public sector jobs for families of 1971 war veterans. Following these protests, she reportedly alleged that the United States played a role in her removal, a claim denied by the United States. As per reports, Hasina insisted she could have held her position if she had agreed to US demands to relinquish control of St. Martin's Island, that's a small but strategically significant territory in the Bay of Bengal. St. Martin's Island, famous for its natural beauty, it's been a focal point of controversy, with rumors that the opposition Bangladesh Nationalist Party, led by Khaleda Zia, intended to sell it to the United States in exchange for political support. Washington firmly dismissed all of these allegations. Now here's the other part to the story. You see, Donald Trump's return to White House, it has introduced further complexities. As per reports, Muhammad Yunus, who now heads Bangladesh's interim government, once publicly criticized Trump in 2016, stating that Trump's election was a quote-unquote dark cloud over the world. As per reports, the friction between Yunus and Trump could complicate diplomatic relations, especially given Trump's recent criticism of the situation in Bangladesh. You see, since Hasina's departure, violence against minority communities in Bangladesh has increased. Minority groups, especially Hindus, are reportedly facing harassment and violence and frequent accounts of looting, property destruction and physical assault. New Delhi has voiced its concerns, urging the Bangladeshi government to protect these communities and counter rising extremism within the country. Amid rising tensions, India condemned the recent attacks on Hindu residents in Bangladesh's Chittagong region, where inflammatory social media posts triggered unrest. On the day of Diwali, Trump also recently spoke out on social media denouncing the violence against Bangladesh's minorities and condemning the country's chaotic state. He labeled the situation in Bangladesh as quote-unquote total chaos and promised to stand by Hindu Americans against what he described as an anti-religion agenda in the United States. As per reports, Trump's comments placed Yunus in a difficult position. Yunus reportedly has close connections with influential figures in the US establishment, particularly Bill and Hillary Clinton. As per reports, Yunus now faces the challenge of navigating a not-so-straightforward diplomatic relationship with the Trump administration. Furthermore, tensions between Yunus and Trump date back to the 2016 US election. I'd mentioned this earlier, when according to reports, Yunus allegedly made a significant donation to the Clinton Foundation ahead of Hillary Clinton's presidential bid. For now, the streets of Bangladesh remain in turmoil, with protests against the Yunus administration growing each day. The government faces mounting pressure to restore stability, address escalating communal violence, and to secure its legitimacy in the eyes of the Bangladeshi people as well as the international community. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.